Okay, so what we're going to do today, at least for this video, is we are going to fix a pull cord. What happens, or the clutch on the pull cord too, what happens is these get dirty. There's a clutch inside there. I'm going to go ahead and clean it and get it taken care of. So first, there's the 3/8 on top. 3/8 on either side. This is a 7/16 on this one. There we go. Now this, ideally, will come off. Make sure there's no wafts. And there it is. So we're going to take care of this guy. Okay, so after dealing with the wasps, now we're going to take the little screen off. I think this is considered a finger guard. But if you really have to be guarded from putting your fingers in there, you probably don't deserve them. So this can be a giant pain to take off. I disconnected the plug wire. This is a Briggs and Stratton clutch removal tool. It goes over like so. You put a socket on it, and you find your impact wrench, which is right here, impact drill. Just hold it in place. And there it is. Invaluable. Like, if you ever take it off any other way, you'll understand why. So in here, there's a bunch of check balls. Sometimes you could take it off with just your fingers, but I don't think so today. Take a little screwdriver. Just kind of have to pry in there eventually. It will come out. Try not to stab yourself, of course. Where's there a good place? Like that. Okay, let me mess around with this real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so you take this off. This is a little plate. Nothing spectacular. But inside here, there's little ball bearings. This is the part that's making the noise. In here, it gets a little gooey. You can't really prevent that from happening, unfortunately, except for cleaning it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove like a Dremel wire brush tool down the center of that, and also all the way in here. But how this ends up working is this. When you're done cleaning them, that goes in there. And the ball bearings oops. Okay, I know where it landed. Tip, if you ever drop something like that, don't grab for it. Just let it fall and watch where it goes. Otherwise it will launch it across the room. So when the engine's moving, it's going like so. So all the ball bearings are going to be flying into the corners when the engine's moving, and this is just going to be rotating on the shaft. When you pull on it though, one of these ball bearings, or two or three or however many, get locked, and then that pulls the actual motor over. And once it starts going, it goes fast enough and all of them go off to the side because it's centrifugal force. Now, if it gets dirty, it can't spin freely, which is what's making that noise, and you run the risk of binding this up to the point where it will even fly off the crankshaft, and it could potentially damage your pull start. It could possibly dislodge your flywheel and break your key. So if you hear that noise, turn it off immediately and clean it up. You can put a small amount of like automatic transmission fluid in there, just kind of help it lubricate itself. There is a little pad in the center that you can add a little oil to, but it never really works, so the best way to do it is just to clean it. So I'm going to wire wheel all this, and then I will put it back together and be right back. Okay, so everything's nice and clean. Something else I want to make sure the point gets across is there should never be oil in here. It should be dry. The only thing that should have even a smallest amount of oil on is the crankshaft. And even then, it's the smallest amount. So that's nice and tight. Now, this is the smallest amount I'm talking about. Inside here is ATF, commonly known as automatic transmission fluid. Literally just a coating. That's all that you need. That's all that you want. Anything more than that, you risk dripping into the clutch itself, and you have dirt and everything else causing you problems. Noise warning. Okay. Now, looks like it's good. You turn it good, turn it good, turn it good. So this way should be free, and it is, and easy to twist, which it is. That's it. So now we put the finger guard back on. Just 2 tiny 1/4-inch screws. You can buy new ones in these clutches, but I think they're like $30. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably something you're gonna have to do routinely. These types of clutches are just prone for getting dirty and nasty, and it's the nature of these. That's why the new ones don't have them. The new ones have plastic little dogs which can break, so pick your poison. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the case back on, or the cover, just like you saw, the exact opposite. The only thing I want to mention is you want to make sure that clip, it slides in there, that way this isn't flapping. Other than that, let's make sure this is free. It is. This is a new coil, so that's good. Okay, everything should be set. Let's go ahead and put it back on, and we'll give it a pull, make sure it works. So, got it put back together, 3/8, 7/16 on either side, and put it on choke, which I think is like that. And what's going to happen, it will probably pull just fine, but once it starts running for 3, 5, 10 seconds, it'll make this really loud screech if it's not working properly. Anything after that, if it doesn't make a screech, you're home free. So, let's go ahead and give it a pull and see what happens. That might not be choke. So that was definitely, sounds like a home stretch. So at that point, you're ready to go for at least another year. Just make sure to, there's really nothing more you can do. It's just going to happen. You're going to do that maybe once every 2, maybe once every year, depending on where you live. But definitely, definitely keep it up, and I will see everyone later. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.